What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, shout out to the brother Aaron for yet another donation and video request via the PayPal. I saw your video request, and I will do a video on that topic tomorrow. Salute to you for showing love to the channel. All right, so let's shit on LeBron James once again because we love to do it over here. Fuck that clown. So, one of the things amongst several that we dislike about this charlatan is the fact that when he first arrived to Miami in 2010, you could tell that this was a guy that truly enjoyed stacking the deck, right? In Cleveland, as we would find out later on, we didn't know this at the time, he had attempted to stack the deck in Cleveland a couple of times. But the problem is, of course, players didn't really want to go to Cleveland. They didn't want to play in Cleveland. But he definitely recruited players even back then. But, of course, he successfully colluded with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, although he would prefer Carmelo Anthony. Anthony chose the money and to go on his own separate route. But when he did sign with the Miami Heat, of course, it blew away everybody. Because we had never before seen a player leave a franchise to go team up with other guys in their primes in an effort to dominate the NBA and change the trajectory of the NBA landscape, right? So when these guys made their debut, LeBron James was so giddy and so arrogant that he promised, as he put it, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, right? And I don't think he really understood how difficult it was to win an NBA championship at that time. I think he thought just because he was playing with two other greats in the game at that time, he thought that it was going to be easy breezy. And of course, it wasn't. Now, they did win 2 NBA championships, but you can make a strong argument that LeBron James is the reason why they didn't win 3. And you make an argument that, considering the talent level that he was playing with, they somewhat underperformed, even though they went to 4 consecutive NBA finals. But anyway, Dwyane Wade talked about this on an appearance on a recent podcast, and he talked about how, when LeBron James was doing this not 1, not 2, not 3 stuff, like he thought it was inappropriate, and he was basically embarrassed by LeBron making such a declaration.
If you could delete one thing from the internet, would it be the banana boat or would it be the introductory press conference for the Heat? Where
Which one?
The not 1, but 2, but 3, but 4. You guys,
I don't care about that.
Well, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, but it's just jokes.
Yeah. Well, no, you guys were serious.
No, it wasn't you guys. It was one person who said it was everybody once saying that. It was one person who said not 3, not 4, not.
What was going through your head when he said not 3, not
He
4?
tripping. I was like, slow down,
At
bro.
what point were you like, oh shit, this is too many?
Well, first of all, that was one of the things that it's supposed to be internal. That's an internal conversation.
It was a packed audience.
Yeah, but it wasn't supposed to go out to everybody. That's one of those moments that are not supposed to go out to everybody. What you say in house, stay in house, supposed. That's supposed to have been just for us. Now, if we go back, run a clip, look at me when he said it. I put my head down like, woo-wee, because I had won a championship before. I knew how hard it was to obviously win the championship. So it's no way. Like, yes, we thought we were going to be a problem. Yes, we thought we was about to run the table, but we also knew the league is very, very good, and it's not that damn easy. So when he was doing the not 1, not 2, we in the moment, we're feeling ourselves. And it became something that people, took and made it like factuals.
Yeah.
Like we signed a contract and said we're going to win 7 championships.
Oh, yeah, we all, I mean, Everyone made fun of him.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's jokes. It ain't nothing but jokes.
I tend to disagree a little bit with Wade. Now, of course, I'm something like, well, how the fuck you weren't there? Knowing how LeBron is, I don't really think that he was joking to that extent. Somewhat joking, maybe being slightly facetious, but in his mind, I think LeBron thought the process was going to be a lot easier than it wound up being. He definitely thought it was going to be a lot easier than what it wound up being. Wade had already won a championship, and he knew how difficult it was. Having overcome an 0-2 deficit, damn near on the way to becoming an 0-3 deficit against the Dallas Mavericks. He put that team on his back, and he did something that still to this day was his most legendary feat. And I don't think he gets enough credit for that. Now, in hindsight, because they wound up losing in the NBA Finals to the Dallas Mavericks, a team that was no super team, and most of us, and I distinctly remember when that final started, I distinctly remember most people in the basketball community, because there was a basketball community back then. I would say 75 to 80% of the basketball community thought Miami was going to win. Miami was going to win that series. And some of them would even had it 4-0, 4-1. Because remember, if I remember correctly, Miami swept Chicago in the Eastern Conference Finals that year, if I remember correctly. So, most people thought that on paper, Dallas was more talented. Miami was more talented. Dallas had a lot of old players. Remember, Jason Kidd was 38 or something like that. Peter Stojakovic had a bad back. That was the final games of his career. A lot of those guys was on the downside of their careers. They'll come off the bench. But it's interesting now because he failed, and it was all on him, really. It was really him. LeBron was really the sole reason why they lost that series. This is a guy supposed to be a superstar, only averaging 17 points a game in the finals, had a couple of games, too, where he scored in single digits, went scoreless in the fourth quarter. It was him. He was the reason they lost that series. And to me, I think a lot of us think that he was forever omitted from the GOAT conversation because of how poorly he played in their finals. Now you have him today going around talking about, well, that team wasn't a super team. Nigga, you were talking about winning 7 championships with the roster you had. What are you talking about? We were there. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.